so-called rock and roll capital of the world, Cleveland, Ohio, at First Energy Stadium on the shores of Lake Erie. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the New Orleans Saints and the Cleveland Browns. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And CD, you look at the Browns in this matchup. Their offense is one that doesn't rely too heavily on just one guy. They like to spread things around as best they can.
You're right about that. It's a diverse unit, and they like to run their offense by what they call game plan, meaning each and every week they study the opponent, they probe its weaknesses, and they move the ball around that way. They emphasize who's going to get it based on what they think they'll accomplish in that game. Other teams, they're a system team. They're going to run what they run no matter what. I like this style of offense. It suits them well.
Two teams more than ready to get this one started. And off we go from Cleveland. Taken from about the 12. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. And here come the Saints for their opening drive. And they will be led out by their signal caller in his second year in the NFL now.
And it'll be interesting to see pretty early in this one exactly where his head is, because the best quarterback shake-off performances like he had last week. Way too many interceptions. Didn't throw a touchdown pass. Team lost the game. Let's see if he can bounce back and get things going in the right direction.
And be trying to forget those 3 picks, as you noted. They'll come out throwing here on first down. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. So that time, Charles, quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely, because remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
As we check the next-gen stats, you'll see he had precious little time to do anything with the football there. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. 4th down, and out comes Jordan Stout here to punt. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Able to slither by. Almost out-kicked his coverage there. 48-yard punt, but 10 on the return. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And a look at a guy, definitely got a little razzle-dazzle to him. Can do it with his arm or his legs. Their mobile QB.
Well, his ratio was good last week. Most quarterbacks are really excited about a 3-to-1 ratio, but it's flipped in the wrong direction. He threw 3 interceptions, not touchdown passes, and he only had the 1 TD pass in that game. So he's trying to turn that around and find a way for his team to win.
And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. 2nd and 5. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Wolf. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And the screen unsuccessfully dropped it. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 20-yard line.
And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
And his kick is absolutely perfect. And the Browns are out to a 3-0 lead. So an opening drive field goal maybe doesn't whip this crowd into a frenzy, but I think that they will take the early lead.
There's no doubt about it. They will always take the early lead, and maybe that celebration comes later if they play well and they can break things open. But right now, this is all about letting the offense just get settled in.
And he returns this to the 22. New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their second drive. As the season winds down and you look at them in totality, you know, the offense has struggled. The defense has been pretty good, so I would imagine the changes this offseason may be more on the offensive side of the ball.
And this is where we always hear the term complementary football, because as you noted, the defense has played well enough for them to win games, and the offense has held them back. So you got to reward that defense by improving the offense. Now, if you make a change of quarterback, running back, tight end, it doesn't matter. Get better players, better system, so they can play to the standards of the defense, and the win column will result.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
They'll set up a throw. That one taken in by T. Higgins. And he will be marked down short of the first as they get to him at the 29. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And it'll be 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And this will be taken at the 13. A nice return that time of about 14 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Browns offense heading out as we take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC. Well, including this week, 3 weeks remain in the regular season, Charles. And it is going to be interesting to see how this playoff picture sorts itself out before we head into the postseason.
Competitive, entertaining postseason, that's what we're always striving for. But I think we get it during the regular season, too, because you never know how things are going to go during the final weeks of the season. Every team pulling out all the stops to get a better seed or just to get one of those 7 seats at the table. I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's taken down. It's a gain of 3 from the 17 to the 20. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here on this drive. They'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. And Pierce gets it again on 2nd down. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a 1st. They'll set up to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Ambry Thomas. There he goes, right side. And the Browns are going to take possession of the football. And this, Charles, definitely not what they were wanting to see. Remember, he threw 3 interceptions in the loss last week, and now he gives the ball away again here in the very first quarter.
And you have to think that this was drilled into him all week, too, by his teammates, by his coaching staff. They've told him all week long, we've got to protect the football. They probably crossed that fine line with giving him the right advice and saying it too much, and it turned out that it got into his head a little bit.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. A line of scrimmage, once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. And they'll keep leaning on the running game, back to the ground. And they'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. A great play there. His 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Browns are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. They were able to stop him at the line on 1st down, but this time he punches his way through.
And sometimes just because you're stopped on the first run, it doesn't mean the play call was bad or incorrect. You might just need better execution and just a tad more determination. And they got it done on the 2nd try.
Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. He's got it, and now it's a 10-0 lead here in the opening quarter. Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them. In clutch territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt. So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. From the 10. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The New Orleans offense set to take over. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. And just not enough on the throw there, down around his feet and incomplete. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown. Well, this defense is circling early. A pick 6 there, and they are off to the races here in this first quarter.
And, partner, when you get off to a first quarter lead like this, it really frees you up defensively to take some chances, really apply some heat. And that was just a tremendous play to pick that ball off and bring it back for a score.
Two-point try forthcoming. He's got it, and it's 17-0. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So an early advantage now, and a good one. 17-0 our scores. They kick this one away. Takes it at the 7. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Saints coming out now to take the field. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. They'll start by running the option to the right. And nice yardage right off the bat here as he's up to about the 24-yard line. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Pierce will try to pick it up. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. 17-0 our score after 1. The Saints with the football here to begin quarter number 2. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's the option going right. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. But sometimes that option can get bogged down before the gears really even get into motion, and I think that's what we saw there.
And I think what he saw defensive end right in his face because he looked up and he was right there. Didn't even have a chance to get going.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. The offense on 3rd down, they've only converted once in 4 tries. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. Now's the punter, Jordan Stout. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And a fair catch called for and made just outside the 15-yard line. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Sherman. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. As long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. That ball nearly intercepted, but he could not hang on. Oh, pick there certainly would have been nice. Instead, at least, it'll be 4th down. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. And now the Saints get set to trot out there. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the 2nd quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but well, let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. And the Browns' pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss. A CD, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything.
Yeah, that's when we turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
Yeah, the next-gen stat's going to illustrate just how quickly a quarterback has to process everything, as he was on the ground in under 3 seconds, 2.9 to be precise. Cleveland offense making their way out. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still, they've got the lead here, and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Now that's the way you want to start a drive. Talk about a tone setter as well as a playbook opener. Now if you want to take a big shot over the top, you're all positioned to do so.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Back to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Looking middle, and that's complete. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Right back to him on 1st down. And he takes this one in for a Brown score. A great effort there. With touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And the Browns continue to pull away here this 1st half. Some good running there at the end of the drive. He had the burst that set up the 1st and goal, and then one play later, he's in the end zone.
Brandon, what I liked about that sequence is, I'm not sure who made the play call, but they understood the situation, understood the momentum. A nice hard-charging run, give it right back to him, and let him cap things off.
Point after, right down the middle. And a route is on here in this 1st half. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it's finished off with a 5-yard touchdown run. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores. And I know we're in the 1st half, but The way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer, because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
And the defense closes quickly there. He'll get maybe a yard to the 33. Going for it with Pierce. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. 1st and 10, it's Pierce. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth.
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And this is picked up by the Browns. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. They'll drop to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Wolf. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he will have a 1st down here as they get into field goal range, down just shy of the 20. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. They'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be 2nd down.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end, a guy that you can line up anywhere, in the slot, out wide, in tight, doesn't really matter, because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. Again, he'll drop to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And the Browns are going to be set up with a 1st and goal here as the tackle made at the 9. Back to throw again. Throwing middle, and it's complete. Touchdown! A great play there as the first half is winding down. And the Browns will extend their lead here just before halftime.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
Now the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half. So this drive spans 7 plays, and it ends with a touchdown for Cleveland. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
2nd and 3. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. They'll throw now on the final play. He's going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not? And incomplete on the deep ball. So we've reached halftime here on New Year's Eve. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll begin up at M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, where it was the Giants who were able to come away with the road victory. Michael Pittman, a touchdown catch in the victory. From there, let's hop over to New England. Check out the Patriots at home in Foxborough. And they've got the lead over the visiting Denver Broncos.
All right, we'll bypass the halftime show in favor of returning to this late season game with the teams coming back from the locker rooms here a bit early. All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. And as this offense makes their way back out, it's AFC playoff race time as we give you a look. And with the final fortnight of games upon us, teams jockeying for position. Some of these games really starting to take enormous importance as they always do this time of year.
I like how you use fortnight.
I'm impressed.
Yeah, I am impressed. That means 2 weeks, if I'm not mistaken, correct?
That does.
But how about exactly what you're talking about? Going down the stretch, how much importance is placed on these games? Look, everyone talks about every game's important. When you get to this time of year, maybe that importance gets quadruple, and that's where we are right now to see who can make their last run, their last push to get into the playoffs.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down.
And if anyone thinks they're just going to tuck their horns in and pull back off the throttle a little bit, you can forget it. Even with this big third-quarter lead, I think this team's going to continue to take their shots downfield, and there's another completion.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Toward the sideline, and that is a nice catch as he's able to tiptoe his way out of bounds.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. 2nd and 2. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down, keep the sticks moving.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he is going to have a Browns first down. He needed 5. He got it barely as it will officially go down as a gain of 5 yards.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Browns just continue to roll. Boy, another score. This lead gets even bigger. And, Charles, we haven't even hit the fourth quarter yet.
Well, forget the deficit, right? They're really not going to cut into that a heck of a lot. How can they get out of here with some dignity? Can they get a stop or two? Can they make a play on offense themselves? Anything to start to feel better about what's happened to them here in this one.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken just shy of the 10. And able to get this out to the 25. Now the attention turns to the Saints offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. On the ground, it's Pierce to begin the drive. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. Now a loose football. The ball comes out. And this is picked up by the Browns. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for a Browns TD. So the defense forces the fumble. They get the score. And a guy on defense becoming offensive there, Charles.
And you know they love that. Any guy on defense loves to pick up the ball and have it in his hands and try and score himself. In this case, that's exactly what happened.
He'll be singing in the shower post-game. Point after here coming up. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Fielded right around the 8. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Out is the Saints offense now as they get ready to take over here. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Back to throw now on first down. Got a man and he hits him in stride. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. Here's a 2nd and 7. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Out of the gun now on third down. And he's taken down. This will be a Browns sack. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
Here comes the Saints punter now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. He threw the touchdown pass on that last drive, his 20th on the year. And he'll start again here, first down. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver. They'll try again from the 20 on 2nd and 10. One back in the backfield. He'll get the carry. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Jalen Petrie picks it off. And the Saints are going to take possession of the football.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
Now the Saints, they trot their offense out here. And they start in the best of all positions. 1st and goal. Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. Oh, how about this on 1st and goal? And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Now they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Back to throw here. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Saints take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. Extra point right down the middle. So they do get 1 score back, but still a long way to go here in the 3rd quarter. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. With the football going back over down to the Cleveland Browns. Still well in control of this ball game despite giving up that touchdown a moment ago. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. His throw incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll look to throw here. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders. And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. And the Saints are going to take possession of the football. Well, with the size of lead that this offense has, I don't think that interception is really going to affect them much. But at least for this defense, something small to hang their hat on.
Yeah, and let's face it, they're not even scoreboard watching anymore, right? They're just trying their best to make a play, get themselves off the field, which they just did, and salvage a little bit of pride in this one.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
He'll drop to throw. And a quick throw here that's complete. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up second and 2.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And he is going to lose yardage here. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
And this offense on third down today, they're hitting at just 30%, 3 for 10. This will be 3rd and 5. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. They'll look to throw. Swings this one out wide for Pierce. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. On 2nd down, here's Pierce. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Dameon Pierce. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Saints get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. And CD, they just haven't had a whole lot to cheer about here, but it may be cliche, but give them credit for this. They've continued to fight and scratch and claw, and they get the touchdown here in the 4th quarter.
And I'm okay with that cliche, all right? Maybe it'll alleviate the sting a little bit because at least they can look in the mirror and realize they fought all the way through. Horrible game for them, not one they'll want to remember, but at least they'll keep their heads up and have some pride when they leave this stadium.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. From the 10. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. Not that any of the points would be needed, but CD, they've got enough time left here. They can definitely score on this drive, maybe even an ensuing drive as well, if they really want to drive home this landslide victory.
Yeah, we're certainly about to see just how aggressive they want to be here down the stretch. And what some coaches do is they try and meet it halfway, meaning they want to continue to run their offense, but they put in a lot of backups to do it, and then tell the opposing coach, hey, I had to get them some work too. I can't just let them sit over on the sidelines all the time.
What makes a draw play like that successful?
Well, we did see where he made the first wave miss, and that was a big part of it. But a lot of it is just being actors back there, making the defense think it's going to be a pass.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
He's brought down at the 42-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup.
On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And he'll make it only to the 43, a gain of 2. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. They'll set up a throw. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Aleem McNeil able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
The Browns send out their punter now as he's on here to punt it away. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that, right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
They'll start on the ground with Pierce. And he's going to take this up past the 10 to about the 11. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And not much happening there. He's taken down, but a late penalty flag in the backfield. This looks like a roughing call. So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. He'll look to throw. Over the middle, he finds Higgins. And they're going to get this up to midfield. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. On play action, they'll throw. And he will find his man on the outside. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. 2nd and 4. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. They'll look to throw again. Over the middle, it's complete. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. He'll look to throw. To Pierce, they set up the screen. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 21. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
For as many sacks as this defense has, you can understand their willingness to try and get upfield and get another. So what a really smart play call here to use their aggression against them, go with the screen, and they're able to get the 1st down.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. It's complete. It's Gore. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. Again, he'll drop to throw. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points.
That penalty is declined.
A try here for the extra point. And the lead is down to 24. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it was T. Higgins who capped the drive with the touchdown reception. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Browns are able to cover this one up. 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the Saints' 45-yard line.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he's able to get this one down to about the 40. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the first down marker. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. And that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
The Saints again ready to go on offense. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. And with this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a first down.
But we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants this lead to stay right where it is.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
They'll set up to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Back to throw again. Gets the dump off to Pierce. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 32-yard line. Back to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Pierce. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now on this game. And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go to each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for the Browns, they get the critical victory to move them to 9-7 now.